grandfather's grand 80th birthday celebration, because I was grinding away on a crisis management plan for a client. I ended up pulling up 5 minutes late, in front of a sea of distinguished guests. My wife handed over the only serving of premium congee to her pretty boy yoga instructor. She let out a dismissive laugh and remarked, "Are you actually bringing up Lin Yuchen? At least he has the decency to be more punctual than you." Every eye in the room was pinned on me, waiting for me to go nuclear. Fine, my firm still has mountains of work to finish. I'm heading out, Lu Jingshen. What kind of delusional episode are you having now? I'm not losing my mind in the slightest. I'm simply exhausted. The crushing weight of the last 7 years after those few words seemed to evaporate from my shoulders entirely. The company still has one critical blueprint, the most high-stakes project of the entire year, waiting for me to hammer out the final details. Tonight is going to be an incredibly grueling night. The definitive strategy for the Tintian project has been successfully uploaded to the server, without a hitch. Mission accomplished. Director Lu, the CEO, just blew up my phone, demanding to know your exact location. I fed him your line that you're tied up in a high-level private meeting. Perfect. Now go get some shut-eye. The following morning, vibrant sunlight sliced through the blinds, beaming directly onto my face. I stirred and blinked my eyes open. My focus sharpened instantly. I moved back to the desk and retrieved from the bottom drawer the phone I'd kept locked in airplane mode since yesterday. Privacy mode deactivated. The very instant I tapped the screen to kill the airplane mode on my device, the phone went absolutely ballistic, vibrating like a chainsaw for 30 straight seconds. I could practically hear the desperate voices on the other end. The Shen family shifting from their arrogant interrogation last night to their volcanic fury in the dead of night, before finally spiraling into sheer panic and dread this morning. "Mr. Lu, if you're finally among the living, the chairman requests your presence immediately concerning the Tintian project." "Very well. I'll be there momentarily." I straightened my tie, staring at my cold reflection in the window pane, and flashed the most genuine smile I've had in 7 long years. "No way, are you serious or just messing with me?" Apparently Manager Shen's little house husband completely ghosted the entire family's contact list last night. You better believe it. Rumor has it Manager Shen is on the verge of a total meltdown. She even stormed the office this morning to spark a massive confrontation, and had to be dragged out by the security detail. Usually Mr. Lu is such a pushover with a saintly temper, bending over backward to obey Manager Shen's every whim. I never imagined he could be this ruthless and decisive. He must have been pushed to his breaking point to go this far. "Chairman, you requested my presence." "Ha ha ha, fantastic work. You really outdid yourself, young man, during yesterday's crisis. The overseas tech department left us with such a colossal disaster that the entire project team was spiraling in panic. Only you had the spine to step up and carry the weight, successfully salvaging 30% of those projected profits. I was simply fulfilling my professional obligation. The opposition was testing our resolve. If we had retreated even an inch, we'd be under their thumb for good. Take a seat, let's talk. I caught wind that because of this mess, you ended up missing the grand opening of your grandfather's 80th birthday gala. It was merely a private complication. It won't interfere with my performance. I've already settled the matter permanently. Jingshen, you've dedicated 7 years of your life to this firm. Your sheer talent. Everyone in this building is sharp enough to recognize your worth. But for 7 years, your spirit seemed far too passive. You always carried this aura of bone-deep exhaustion, constantly being anchored down by domestic drama. But today, I see a completely different fire burning in your eyes. Isn't exactly what this company needs right now. A lethal blade sharp enough to draw blood. Excellent. That's the precise answer I was looking for. This is a high priority. Directive issued by the board of directors this very morning. The firm is moving to establish the Tintian division, a completely autonomous entity, to spearhead this project independently, effective immediately. Immediately, you are the general manager of the Tintian division. Beyond doubling your base annual salary, you'll enjoy an immediate 5% equity stake in the project's total profits. However, I have one non-negotiable. This role demands a leader who is 100% committed, without allowing petty, domestic squabbles to clutter their focus. Rest easy, Chairman. I'm already in the process of my divorce. Incredibly decisive. Later this afternoon, the high-level representatives from Shengtung Investment will arrive. The executive spearheading the initial funding is my daughter, Gu Tingxi. She's a fresh Ivy League returnee from Wharton. Trust me, she has a lethal eye for talent. She's the gatekeeper for the Tintian project's capital. Go and make yourself presentable. Lawyer Qin Zhengyang, this is Lu Jingshen speaking. I need you to draft a bulletproof divorce agreement immediately. Regarding the distribution of assets, Mr. Lu, do you have any specific demands? Ensure every single premarital asset is strictly notarized. As for the joint wealth accumulated since the wedding, my rightful share, I refuse to surrender a single red cent. Furthermore, I need a status report on every supplementary credit card linked to my name. As of this moment, freeze them all. Understood, Mr. Lu. I'll prioritize this right away. Shen Wanking, the status your family flaunts so arrogantly. It all crumbles today. He's clearly lost his damn mind. Lu, Jingshan must have popped the wrong pills this morning. Wrong pills. I think he just believes he finally has the wings to fly. He thinks this family will somehow collapse without his help. He was nothing but a dirt poor brat from the sticks. If it weren't for our Wanking's grace, would he even be standing in a suit today? It's a classic case of the dog biting the hand that feeds it. Don't let it get to you anymore, sis. Brother-in-law has always been that dull workhorse type. He probably felt humiliated being overshadowed by Yuchen today, so he's throwing a salty childish tantrum. Relax once his head clears and reality sets in. He'll be crawling back to beg for your forgiveness tomorrow. Listen to me, Wanking. You absolutely cannot afford to coddle him this time. Men require a firm hand to keep them in line. Today, he dared to give you the cold shoulder at a major family event. Tomorrow, he'll be trying to rule the roost. You have to remind him exactly who wears the pants in this house. He shut down his phone. He actually had the audacity to ghost me. Lu Jingshan, what the hell is this pathetic stunt? You've grown quite a backbone lately, haven't you? Daring to humiliate me at my own father's birthday gala. And now you're playing the silent treatment card. I'm warning you right now. If you don't provide a groveling explanation tonight, this is far from over. My message was just rejected. I'm blocked. Is he actually trying to stage a rebellion? Let me try calling him myself. Don't even bother. Just leave him to wallow and cool off on his own. Dad, he ghosted our entire family. How exactly is he supposed to cool off while pulling this? Then what's your brilliant plan? Storm into his office and hunt him down right now. Do you think we haven't humiliated ourselves enough today? Wanking dropped the anger. Your father is right. Perhaps he's just desperate for some peace and quiet. That's just the nature of men. Sometimes they just crave a bit of personal space. Once his petty temper finally simmers down, he'll come crawling back on his own. Precisely. Where could Lu Jingshan possibly run to? His entire existence revolves around this household. He's so hopelessly obsessed with me and has sacrificed everything. How could he possibly throw it all away so abruptly? He's clearly just resorting to this juvenile tactic to bait me for attention and force a compromise. Whatever. Fine, don't leave tonight. Just stay here by my side. Alright, I'll stay with you, through thick and thin. Hey bestie, come hit the mall with me. Wanking. Your husband seriously treats. You like a queen, doesn't he? Check out this bag. Is that the limited edition that dropped last month? I couldn't even snag one after waiting on the list forever. Naturally, Jingshan has always been my personal genie granting every wish. By the way, how was your dad's birthday gala last night? I heard it was legendary. It was fine. Let's move. Let's check out that boutique over there. The heart of the Ocean Collection just hit the shelves. I'll take this one. Wrap it up. I am terribly sorry, Miss Shen, but there appears to be a major issue with this card. What kind of issue? The terminal shows insufficient funds or that it's been frozen. Impossible. Swipe it again. It's probably just a glitch in the bank's system. Try this card instead. This card is also being declined, ma'am. I must have grabbed the wrong cards today. I'll be back. Walking seriously, what is happening? Did you and Mr. Lu have a massive blowout? It's nothing. Just a minor technicality. It's perfectly normal for couples to clash. But sometimes men just need a little sweet talking too. Face facts without Mr. Lu's credit line. Even snagging a simple necklace becomes a major hassle. Why don't I spot you some cash for now? Forget it. I've got things to handle. I'm out of here. Hello? It's Shen Wanking. State your business. Hello, Miss Shen. The two supplementary cards ending in 9824 and 2905 linked to your account were, as of 9 a.m. sharp this morning, officially frozen at the request of the primary account holder, Mr. Lu Jingshan. Should you have any grievances, please take them up with the primary card holder, Lu Jingshan, personally. What kind of sick game are you playing? I'm here to see Lu Jingshan. Do you happen to have a scheduled appointment, ma'am? An appointment? I'm his damn wife. Since when do I need a booking to see my own husband? My deepest apologies, Miss Shen. Without a confirmed slot on the calendar, I'm strictly prohibited from letting you pass this floor. Mr. Lu is currently locked in a high-stakes critical meeting. I couldn't care less about his meeting. Tell him to drag himself down here and face me this instant. Manager Shen, what brings you here? Zhao Yiming, you're exactly the person I need. Escort me to Lu Jingshan's office immediately. I'm sorry, Manager Shen, but Mr. Lu is currently hosting the investment heavyweights from the headquarters. This summit is a make or break situation for the entire Tingtian project. His orders were absolute and specific. Under no circumstances is anyone to barge in and disrupt him. And you're telling me I count as no one? Mr. Lu's phrasing was quite literal, absolutely no one. If this is a domestic issue, I'd advise you to wait until Mr. Lu has an opening and try reaching him on his personal line. Jingshan, come over here, allow me to introduce you. Allow me to introduce my daughter, Gu Qingqi. She is acting as the lead rep for the primary investor in the Tingtian project for this cycle, executive representative of Shengtong Investment. Greetings, Mr. Lu. Your reputation certainly precedes you. Hello, Manager Gu. Dad, why don't you head back to your office? I'd like to dive into the project specifics privately with Mr. Lu. I've thoroughly scrutinized your final proposal. It is nothing short of masterclass work, particularly your approach to risk mitigation and your aggressive cost-saving maneuvers. It surpassed all my benchmarks, however, concerning this specific phase. 3 metrics for the global market expansion. I find your projections to be far too cautious. According to our data at Shengtang, here is the investment fund's cutting-edge research on the European landscape, the untapped consumer demand for a breakthrough like Tintian is soaring, surpassing your report's forecast by at least 15%. If our launch promotion strategy remains aggressive, we can effectively, within the very first year, seize a massive chunk of the market share. Manager Gu's perspective is remarkably visionary. But while you're analyzing market appetite, I must account for the technical breakthrough cycle, even with our core tech dominating right now. Rivals are desperately accelerating to close the gap. A reckless over-the-top promotion could, at the most, critical stage of a tech evolution, give competitors a window to strike our weak points, leaving us zero time to pivot. This means the technical risk factor is being dangerously undervalued. I see your point. It appears I was the one who miscalculated the technical risk. Manager Gu, your insight has given me even more absolute faith in this venture. Manager Gu's sharp intellect also makes me truly eager for our partnership. Mr. Lu, regarding Manager Shen. Miss Shen stormed in earlier, was intercepted by security, and has already retreated. Pay her no mind. Manager Gu, let's get back to the talent acquisition and reserve strategy. Hello, Dad. Get down to Tutin Tech this instant. Do whatever is necessary. Whether you have to plead or throw a massive fit, you must force Lu Jingshen to reactivate those cards. Director, about your younger brother's overseas tuition project. We need to clear the 1.7 billion deposit by next week. My entire liquid capital is currently locked in investments. I can't just pull it out on a whim. I'm here at the building, but I can't even make it past the lobby security. If he's dodging you, there goes stake out the house. I refuse to believe he can hide from us forever. Dad, maybe you've hit a lapse in memory. This mansion is registered solely under his name. It's strictly part of his premarital estate. Today, I was slapped with a notice from his attorney, ordering me to vacate the premises within 7 days. He's actually taking it to that extreme. Dad, he isn't playing games anymore. This time, he is playing for keeps. Has anyone managed to snag the new Chanel Camellia drop? My darling husband. Literally just had a private courier hand carry a set, all the way from Paris for me yesterday. The craftsmanship is breathtaking in person. Can anyone Venmo me some funds for a quick shopping haul? Wang King, you've got to be joking, right? Mr. Lu treats you like a literal goddess. How on earth could you be strapped for cash? Oh, spare me. I thought this was actually an emergency. Wang King, it's not that we're holding out on you. It's just that the finances at home are entirely controlled by my husband. We wives don't exactly keep massive reserves of liquid cash. You really need to just go grovel to Mr. Lu already. Spouses shouldn't let the sun go down on a grudge. It's Lu Jingshen. He's finally here, Lu Jingshen. Pardon me, are you Miss Shen Wang King? That's me. And who might you be? Who are you seeking? I'm from the corporate administration team. I'm here to reclaim company-owned property. This vehicle is registered under the corporate entity. It was exclusively assigned to the GM of the Tintian division. The newly appointed Mr. Lu has taken charge and requires the car. Here is the official corporate asset repossession filing. Please surrender the keys to me immediately. What did you just say? Mr. Lu. Exactly which Mr. Lu are we talking about? Our organization only recognizes one Mr. Lu, and that is Mr. Lu Jingshen himself. He is the presiding general manager of the Tintian project. The board just finalized the executive appointment. Everything is locked and loaded. Your Team 5 was assembled with incredible speed. Your efficiency is absolutely elite. It's rare to find a leader who, in such a short window, can fully recruit a powerhouse brand new department and make them this ready for war. Speed is the very essence of combat. The market doesn't pause for anyone. I caught a rumor that you dispatched admin staff to seize your wife's personal vehicle. Manager Gu, that is definitely not my wife's car. That is strictly a corporate asset. I am merely executing my professional obligations, reclaiming company-owned property, and reassigning it to the individual who requires it most. And exactly who are you reassigning it to? To myself. Greetings, Mr. Lu. There has been total radio silence from Miss Shen's end. It appears she has no intention of resolving this matter voluntarily within the week. Completely expected. Proceed with the legal protocols. Once the deadline passes, if she remains non-compliant, immediately petition the court for compulsory enforcement. Furthermore, ensure the divorce papers are served. Deliver one copy to her parents' residence, and another directly to her younger brother's university. Crystal clear, Mr. Lu. You truly are a fascinating man. I am simply a pragmatic businessman. No, you're a cold-blooded warrior. To the success of our first alliance, and to our inevitable victory. Cheers. How absolutely dare he? How dare he humiliate my daughter in such a way? Our Wang King has been devoted to him for 7 years. Even if he lacks love, he should respect her labor. Does he honestly think he can use his pocket change to just toss us aside like yesterday's trash? Mom, Dad, look at this. He treats us like beggars, that bastard Lu. Jingshen actually sent divorce papers to my campus. Now the entire department is gossiping about it. My sister is being evicted like a common squatter, and my classmates won't stop staring at me like that. I'm at my breaking point. Stop spiraling. Don't panic. Granting him a divorce won't be that simple. Wang can get down to his office lobby this instant. You must corner him today at all costs. I refuse to believe he's become so devoid of emotion that he won't even grant you one final confrontation. Lu Jingshen, get down here, face me, and talk, you coward. We've been husband and wife for 7 long years. You have no right to treat me with this much contempt. You are absolutely heartless. Lawyer Chin, I am currently being harassed. I'm located in the company's B2 parking level. The offender's license plate is, you're actually calling the cops on me, I'm your wife. Get out of that car, Lu Jingshen. You cold-blooded prick, get out here and open this door. Do you hear me? If we don't settle this score today, then don't expect a single person to walk away. Mr. Shen, Mrs. Zhou, and Miss Shen, according to the statutes of our nation, your current antics constitute a severe disturbance of public order and illegal harassment. My client, Mr. Lu Jingshen, has no desire to escalate this into a scandal. But if you persist with this madness, we will be compelled to involve the authorities and exercise our right to sue for every damages caused. Mr. Lu, the situation is under control. Yiming, present the divorce settlement for their immediate signature, and if they refuse, then remind them that I possess undeniable evidence proving Ms. Shen's gross infidelity during this marriage, not to mention the massive sums of marital assets funneled into third-party accounts. If we drag this through a litigated divorce, she won't walk away with a single. Red Scent, Lin Yuchen, the affair between me and Lin Yuchen, Lu Jingshen, he's known the truth all along. Miss Shen signed the papers. This is the most merciful exit you're going to get. Good evening, honored guests and colleagues. Today we assemble to commemorate the official unveiling of the Tintian project. As for the visionary spearheading this venture, I believe many of you have already surmised it is the deadliest blade in the Tuting Tech arsenal, the man who single-handedly flipped the script at the signing, Mr. Lu Jingshen. By the unanimous decree of the board of directors, we are launching the autonomous Tintian division. I hereby officially appoint Mr. Lu Jingshen to serve as the inaugural general manager of the Tintian division. Furthermore, to recognize the unparalleled contributions of GM Lu Jingshen, the corporation is granting him a 5% profit-sharing dividend for the Tintian project. I appreciate your unwavering faith, Chairman Gu. My deepest thanks to Team 5 for your relentless grind. Let the shadows of the past stay buried. The real journey is only just beginning. Tintian will undoubtedly dominate the market. Lu Jingshen, I think I'm actually starting to vibe with you. That 500 million, the deadline is next week. Sis, quit stalling and wire the cash to me right now. On what possible grounds? This is my cash. This is my hard-earned compensation. Seeking compensation are we. If it weren't for you being utterly pathetic and failing to keep Lu Jingshen in check, then we never would have spiraled into this absolute catastrophe if your younger brother's future is trashed. I will never ever forgive you. If I'd realized Lu Jingshen was this powerhouse of a man, I would have forced you to clutch onto him for dear life from day one. Now look at you losing him to some home-wrecking vixen. Miss Shen, I've scrutinized your resume and noticed you haven't held a single job since graduation. What have you been doing for the past 7 years? I was just a housewife. A mere housewife. So tell me, do you have even an ounce of experience in sales? Miss Shen, the grind here is incredibly grueling. You'll need to remain standing for hours on end and memorize technical specs for hundreds of different products. More importantly, you have to endure all sorts of toxic customers. I honestly don't believe this role is a good fit for you. According to the latest insider news from Tuitin Tech, the Tintian project backed by Shengtang Investment has smashed its Phase 1 milestones way ahead of schedule. The project visionary Lu Jingshen, alongside the elite investor representative Gu Qingqi, have been officially honored as the most formidable golden duo of the year. On what grounds does he get to stand at the summit, while I'm forced to grovel in the mud like this? The season's first snow began its silent descent. I pulled up in that understated phaeton and arrived right on the dot at Gu Qingqi's residence. I held the car door open for her. She gently interlocked her arm with mine. You look remarkably sharp today, and you are so stunning that I can't even look away. This was an exclusive private estate strictly off limits to outsiders. From the evolution of AI to the nuances of art, collecting my sophisticated way of speaking, blended with a composed aura that was neither cocky nor submissive, filling her heart with a sense of pride. In her eyes, I wasn't just some tacky nouveau riche who only knew how to chase a check, but a man who truly possessed the stature to stand as her equal. Outside the heavily guarded gates of the estate, a freezing gust of wind whipped past, accompanied by the deafening, aggressive roar of an engine. A flamboyant yellow Lamborghini violently slammed on its brakes, skidding to a halt directly in her path. Lin Yuchen, how on earth did you track me down here? Didn't I make it crystal clear that things are finished? Between us finished, didn't you swear that you loved me? You claimed we were literal soulmates. Shen Wanqing, wake up and smell the coffee. What exactly did you think attracted me to you? Did I fall for that pretty little face of yours? Or maybe your pretentious so-called artistic taste? What I actually loved was the fact that your husband could bankroll your life with those unlimited credit cards. Now you're left with absolutely nothing. Just another woman evicted from her ivory tower. Nothing more than a discarded toy. How do you expect to sustain our noble souls already? The wealthy socialite in love flashed a chilling smile, standing with her arms crossed, watching the drama like a cheap play. Gu Qingxi and I exited the estate together stride for stride. The swarm of reporters waiting nearby immediately ambushed us. Manager Gu Khan, you confirm if the two of you are a couple. I maintained a stoic silence, merely smiling as I raised my hand to protectively shield the car door's edge for Gu Qingxi, gallantly seeing her into the vehicle. The moment I turned around, my eyes locked onto Shen Wanqing, who was sitting slumped, pitifully on the pavement. My utterly indifferent gaze became the final crushing blow that broke Shen Wanqing's spirit. She let out a bone-chilling shriek and lost consciousness. Was that woman just now someone you knew? Just someone completely irrelevant? It's freezing out here. Your hands are like ice. Don't misinterpret this. I'm not trying to flex or show off, nor am I intentionally being cold-hearted. It's just that when a relationship has rotted to its very core, every desperate attempt to prune the branches is a waste of time. The only solution is to rip it out by the roots, then saturate the soil with disinfectant to completely decontaminate that patch of earth. Otherwise, it will only poison every fresh green sprout you intend to plant in the future. I follow you. And honestly, I think your approach is flawlessly logical. For flesh that has already turned gangrenous, one must apply the sharpest surgical scalpel. Thank you for the invitation this evening. It is truly I who should be thanking you for agreeing to be my partner tonight. Lu Jingshen, my father claimed you were the sharpest blade in the entire assembly, but only now have I come to realize that this lethal blade of yours actually possesses a sheath. It's clear that your sheath is forged from your own ironclad boundaries and principles. You don't unsheath your steel for just any reason. But once that blade is drawn, there is absolutely no turning back. I've always admired efficient blades, because they symbolize true restraint and absolute sobriety. Good night. Finally awake between your low blood sugar and that intense emotional breakdown you just blacked out, it's nothing life-threatening. Once this glucose IV drip is empty, you're free to go. Who was the one who brought me here? The security team at the estate called for an ambulance. Your total hospital expenses and medication amount to 4.5 million. Make sure to settle the bill. I don't have any money on me. Then dial your family or friends to bring some cash over. Family or friends. A cold-hearted mother, a parasitic younger brother, and a pack of besties just lurking to watch my life implode. In this entire sprawling city, I couldn't find a single soul to call for help last night. The prestigious annual Starlight Charity Gala has officially reached a successful conclusion. The powerhouse GM of the Tintian division Lu Jingshen and Shengtang Investments elite rep Gu Qingxi made a joint appearance and completely stole the spotlight. The duo aren't merely strategic business partners. Their private connection is also rumored to be incredibly intimate, earning them high praise from the media as the most watchable business power couple of the entire year. Time blurred past, and a month later, the triumph of Phase 1 of the Tintian project shattered all expectations, raking in astronomical profits and a stellar reputation. For the firm, my name has evolved into a legendary trademark within the industry, synonymous with precision, efficiency, and absolute success. Mr. Lu, following standard legal protocol, the mandatory divorce mediation period has officially expired. As long as Manager Shen inks the final settlement, the two of you can proceed to the Civil Affairs Bureau to finalize the legal dissolution of your marriage. Has there been any word or movement from her end? Total radio silence. I've heard that since her severe bout of illness, she has been rotting away inside the dilapidated Shen family home. The current state of the Shen family is catastrophic. Those predatory loan sharks are finally coming to collect. Debt collectors are swarming their doorstep every single day. Shen Mingxian's grand delusions of studying abroad have completely evaporated into thin air. Word is he's spending his days loitering with a dangerous crowd of thugs. Precisely as I predicted. Rising from poverty is a dream, but plummeting from luxury is a nightmare. They've spent years living like talentless parasites. Without a host to bleed dry, they are naturally doomed. Take that settlement directly to the Shen residence. Force her to sign it and make it clear this is her final warning. If she refuses, initiate the litigation process immediately. I'll take every shred of evidence you've compiled and dump it all in front of the judge. By that point, she won't just be penniless, but between the adultery and the embezzlement of assets, her reputation will be permanently stained and beyond repair. Crystal clear, sir. My life has at last turned the page on that suffocating and filthy chapter. Listen up. Is there any cash left in this dump or what? My crew found a way to double my stack. I just need a 200 million buy-in. Shut your mouth. That 2 billion. Your sister coughed up was drained by your father to settle debts ages ago. There isn't a single red cent left in this entire house. This is all because of a pathetic, washed-up old man like you. No, it's because of an incompetent, useless daughter like you. You're pinning this on me. You have the nerve. Back then, who was it that coerced Wan King into crawling back? To that scumbag. Lin Yuchen, who insulted Lu Jingshan to his face. At the birthday gala, I am here to see Mrs. Shen Wan King. Mrs. Shen, I represent Mr. Lu Jingshan as his legal counsel. Mr. Lu has instructed me to deliver a final message. This is the ultimate settlement agreement, offering you one last shred of human dignity. If you refuse to sign today, we filed the lawsuit at dawn, at that moment. The explicit surveillance of you and Lin Yuchen at the hotel. The comprehensive paper trail of your financial transfers. And the proof of your calculated embezzlement of marital assets to fund him will all become public record in open court for the remainder of your life. Would you rather take this $7 billion and vanish, or be publicly humiliated and left with absolutely nothing? The choice is yours. After you both. Game over. A few days later at the entrance of the Civil Affairs Bureau. I arrived well before the hour, leaning stoically against the car. Lu Jingshan, could we just talk for a second? There is nothing left to discuss. You've already put your signature on the settlement. Today is merely the final formality. For the sake of our 7 years as husband and wife. Give me just 5 minutes, please. 7 years. It's been 7 long years, Lu Jingshan. A full, grueling 7 years. Even if you were just raising a stray dog, you'd feel something for it. Wouldn't you? How can you be so utterly cold-blooded? Shen Wan King, do you actually know the difference between a dog and a human? A dog recognizes who is truly good to it. It understands the sacred meaning of loyalty. But you took every ounce of respect I gave you, and mistook my devotion for an entitlement you deserved. You viewed the wealth I provided as nothing more than your own personal piggy bank. You indulged in every luxury I provided, yet, behind my back, you used the most venomous words to show your contempt for me. You betrayed me in the most degrading way imaginable. When you were humiliating me in front of that crowd, why didn't those 7 years cross your mind? Right in the middle of your father's grand birthday gala, while you were fooling around with that man in a hotel room. Why didn't you remember the sacred vows we took over those 7 years now that you've ended up empty-handed? You crawl back here to preach about feelings to me. Spare me the pitiful act. I didn't show up today to witness your pathetic repentance. I only came to reclaim what is rightfully mine. My absolute freedom and a future wiped clean. I was wrong, Lu Jingshan. I know that now. Can't you find it in yourself to give me one last shot? Let's just wipe the slate clean and start over, okay? Look at her. She's absolutely bawling her eyes out. She must have done something truly unforgivable to him. Are we finished here? I'm coming right now. Let's move. It's time to celebrate the dawn of my new life. The white Maserati roared away, leaving nothing but a cloud of dust. Only the broken figure slumped before the Civil Affairs Bureau remained, her voice already rasping and hoarse. Her eyes as lifeless and hollow as cold ashes. Shen Wan King, along with the emotions she buried with her own 2 hands, in the cold grave we call the past. I honestly thought you'd pick the most extravagant restaurant today, uncork the most expensive vintage wine, and find the loudest possible way to scream your true feelings. That dramatic display is just for show. My private emotions don't require external validation. I only need one special soul to share them with. Starting this very second. You've transformed into a completely new Lu Jingshan, haven't you? I haven't changed at all. I'm simply reclaiming the self I lost 7 years ago. The guy who stood there with absolutely nothing, yet possessed the burning conviction to own it all, a Lu Jingshan with that same fire. Except this time I'm not standing here empty-handed, because this time I have you by my side. You actually have the audacity to show your face back here. Is it finalized? Good Lord, has that 7 billion settlement cleared the account yet? Sis, quit wasting time and wire 1.7 billion to me immediately. My crew has this legendary project lined up. It's a guaranteed gold mine with 0 risk. With enough seed capital, we can double our stack in a month. By then, every single one of our family's debts will be pulverized. Did you hear me? I'm talking to you. Don't force me to get nasty with you, Shen Wan King. Let me remind you of your reality. Don't make this more difficult than it needs to be. You're nothing more than a disgraced divorcee now. It's the Shen family that's providing you with a roof. That money was always meant to belong to this household anyway. Do you seriously intend to hog the entire fortune for yourself? Sis, what's with that look? Are you looking down on me because you think I'm a loser? I'm telling you, if you hadn't screwed everything up and fumbled a golden goose like Lu Jingshan, would I even be reduced to begging you for cash like this? This money rightfully includes my cut of the pie. How insolent, utterly disgraceful, unbelievable. In all these years, we truly raised an ungrateful brat for nothing. Don't you dare forget whose blood runs through your veins. You're absolutely right. In the past, I was entirely dependent on Lu Jingshan. I resided in his mansion, cruised in his luxury cars, and squandered his fortune. I shamelessly took it all for granted, simply because I wore his wedding ring. But what about all of you? Who do you think bankrolled your college tuition? Who funded your obsession with the latest tech and gadgets? That 35 million dong designer cashmere coat you're flaunting. Who paid the bill and those staggering losses at the mahjong table. Who bailed you out every single time. Even that 10 million a day elite VIP hospital suite. Where do you think all that money actually came from? Every single cent came from the person you looked down on. The very man you mocked as a lowly, pathetic country bumpkin. You lot are nothing more than a swarm of leeches, clinging to him desperately just to suck him dry. Now that he's finally cut us off. You think you can pivot and drain my blood instead? I'm telling you right now, not a damn chance. This fortune is my final lifeline in this world. Don't any of you dare lay a finger on it. I finally decided to escape the place that had shackled me for years. To embark on a completely fresh life. I checked into a hotel for a long-term stay. Suffocating loneliness and emptiness began to close in on her. Until one day she received an unexpected call from her brother. Sister, I was completely out of line. I was a total jerk that day. I should never have run my mouth like that to you. Even mom and dad realized they screwed up big time, sis. Please just come home. Our family can make it work together. We don't even care about that money anymore. You just hold on to it for your own future, sis. Where are you staying? I'll come to you right now. I need to apologize to your face. I'm currently at the Bindan 10 Hotel. Her momentary lapse into soft-heartedness gave Shen Mingxian's treacherous crew the opening they needed. On the night of her actual birthday, Shen Mingxian showed up with a cake and knocked on her door. The access code for that card of mine has been reset. It's still set to our mother's birthday, right? You'd better have committed it to memory. Don't forget, this represents our entire family's survival fund. Without that cash, how could I remember anything at all? My father claims you're the sharpest blade in all of 218. He feels incredibly fortunate. And what exactly is he so lucky about? He said he's lucky because he didn't just write you off, simply because of your marital status. He believes a man who has the guts to crawl out of the mud without taking any cheap shortcuts is compared to those born with silver spoons in the clouds. Far more worthy of respect and infinitely more formidable. Actually, I feel remarkably lucky as well. Lucky about what? Fortunately, at the precise moment I chose to uproot that toxic life. I crossed paths with you. You're the one who proved to me that a patch of fertile soil can bloom such breathtaking flowers, Gu Qingqi. Before, I used to view life as nothing more than a cold project. Set the objectives. Delegate the operations, mitigate the risks. And inevitably crush the KPI. My ultimate life goal was to stand in this exact spot. To gaze out at a view as breathtaking as this. But after crossing paths with you, I realized my priorities have fundamentally shifted. Standing atop this peak admiring the horizon, all by myself is far too hollow. So Gu Qingxi, will you grant me the honor of marrying you? I do. Why are you still lurking here? The capital has already been seized by your brother for his venture. Whether we can stage a massive comeback or fall into ruin all hinges on this one move. A disgraced divorcee like you. How do you have the audacity to remain in this mansion? We can't afford to house a parasite. Get out. Breaking news to Ting Tech and Shengtang Investment officially announced today that both entities will enter a deep strategic alliance. Insiders report that the mastermind behind the Tintian project, Mr. Lu Jingshen, has proposed to the power player of Shengtang Investment, Ms. Gu Qingqi, and successfully became engaged last night. This power union between two corporate titans signals that the city's technological landscape is on the brink of a brand new era. Before today, my existence felt like scaling one treacherous mountain, one after another. I was conditioned to weather the storms in solitude. I was used to weighing gains and losses on the edge of the abyss. I used to believe the purpose of life lay in conquering the highest summits. I once feared that hoarding all the riches in the world couldn't buy back even the most fundamental respect and peace. It was you who forced me to realize that a purpose higher than conquest is protection. That what is infinitely more precious than wealth is true understanding and sharing. Gu Qingxi, perhaps I'm not the most hopeless romantic in this world, but I will dedicate the remainder of my life to being your shield against the storm. I will tear down every obstacle in your path, starting this very second. My world is no longer just a collection of lonely peaks, but a vibrant landscape where you exist. I love you, Lu Jingshen. The world paints you as the ultimate sharpest blade, but in my eyes, you are an immovable solid rock. They are blinded by your lethal edge, whereas I see the unbreakable resilience, forged through years of struggle and hidden scars. I don't expect you to slay every dragon for me, because I am ready to stand right by your side, transforming every jagged thorn into a path paved with blooming flowers. You once whispered that I'm the most exquisite flower in your world, but I need you to know that finding you is the ultimate jackpot of my life. Lu Jingshen, I love you beyond words. In this fleeting moment, the sunlight is dazzling, and the breeze is a soft caress. I pull her closer into my arms, savoring this raw, genuine warmth. My soul is finally overflowing with love. I know deep down that the man who once stood in shadows licking his wounds, the Lu Jingshen who was nothing but scars, is dead and gone forever. From this day forth, my life will be a masterpiece of glory,